Hey, Redeemed. Happy almost Friday. Praise the Lord. I look like I got a helmet on my head. See if any of you guys pop up here. I know most of you guys are at work. So if you watch the replay, just do hashtag replay. Let me get something real quick. This cat, y'all. Hey. I'm going to let a few of you guys pop up here. If you got my email, check your emails. I sent it to our entire team. I'm offering individual coaching in October. So they're not going to be phone calls. They're going to be via text. So hopefully it'll be beneficial. It's going to be very individualized based off of your needs, your goals. Hey, Amber. Oh no, I'm so out of breath. It's going to be very individualized. So you can only do it via text. So if you're wanting coaching, if you're wanting mentorship, if you're wanting support, make sure you text me. No phone calls. They're going to be via text. So we're going to see how it goes. I hope they're helpful. Holly, I already gave Holly her first goal this morning. So keep in mind, before I go into what I want to talk about, that not everybody in Scentsy has the same opportunities as our team and group does. I see it a lot, and you guys are incredibly blessed to have an upline, not just our group, but a bigger group that's here for support to give you guys trainings and mentorship, so hop on it. If somebody offers to coach you, and you want to do well, and you want to do better, and you want to grow, whatever that looks like for your individualized business, I strongly encourage you to take whoever is willing to help you, soak up that information, learn from them, grow from them. Do not compare. Don't compare. Comparison's the thief of joy. Learn from them to help you grow. So I sent that email out probably an hour ago. Check your emails. Text me. Make sure you put your name. Do not Facebook message me. I'm trying to get off Facebook Messenger, so text me. So, the reason, don't y'all like the name of this video? I wanted to pop up here this morning and talk about the very most important thing that you can do for your business. The most important thing. If you don't do this, nothing else you do matters. I'm going to talk about follow-ups. Stacy! I'm going to talk about follow-ups and the importance of follow-ups. So stay with me because I'm going to have a challenge at the very end. I'm going to encourage you guys, if you guys watch the replay, do hashtag replay. Watch till the end because I have a challenge for you. I want to talk about follow-ups. And the reason I'm passionate about this is because I wasn't good at this. I didn't start a follow-up system until later in my business than I should have. I lost a lot of customers that way, a lot of hosts, and I've watched other people join under other people because I didn't have a follow-up system. What a follow-up system does for your business, whether you have one customer, you have 10 customers, 50 customers, 100 customers, I want you to keep in mind that as your business grows, you're not going to be able to keep up with everybody. You're not going to remember who ordered off your website. You're not going to remember who ordered from that party. You're not going to remember. You're not going to remember, trust me. I run my life off sticky notes, and for a long time, I didn't have a follow-up system. So I'm going to share with you the importance of a follow-up system and how I personally follow up and what that looks like when we talk about follow-ups. Y'all have heard me talk about follow-ups before, and y'all are probably thinking, what is a follow-up? What does that mean? People come to you, and they'll buy from you, and they'll continue to return to you because they trust you and because they build a relationship with you. We are in a relationship building business. That starts when you have one customer order from you. And there's power in that. I see so many people, they scream, I want to grow my customer base, but you don't take care of the one or two people that have ordered from you. And there's power in that. There is power in word of mouth. I want you to think for a minute. Let's talk about Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A is my favorite place. I love Chick-fil-A. The food is banging, but every time I go, I feel valued. I feel important. They are the nicest people. I don't know where Chick-fil-A gets all their employees, but they are straight from Jesus, okay? They are the nicest people you will ever meet. And I will return to Chick-fil-A over and over again because of the experience. Because of the experience. So think about if you went to a restaurant and you had a bad experience. Maybe you had a very bad experience. Maybe the wait time was very long. Maybe the food was wrong that you ordered, or maybe the waitress didn't check on you and you needed a refill on your drink, or you needed honey mustard to dip your french fries in and your waitress didn't check on you. Chances are you won't go back to that restaurant, and chances are you won't refer your friends and family to that restaurant. So think about that for your business. If you don't take care of the 1 or 2 customers that you do have, they will go somewhere else and buy from somebody else that they do feel valued and special and important. I'm going to share a little bit about how I do my follow-ups and what it looks like, but I really want you guys to grasp the fact that we are in a relationship building business. Everything about this business is based off of relationships. Your customers, your host, people that join you. It's because they trust you and they have a relationship with you. I did it wrong for a very long time. I used to hustle bag parties since the beginning of my business, but I wasn't collecting people's information on the order form so I could follow up with them. And you know what happens? I can't find them on Facebook. I don't have their number to text them. I don't have their email address, so I can't follow up with them. So they go and buy from somebody else, and that person takes care of them, and that becomes that person's customer. It's just like your business. I want you to think for a minute when your customers order from you and they get their order. How are you following up with them? For me, it looks like a couple of different things that I'm going to share with you. And then I'm going to talk about how to track it and different things that you can try. Obviously, what works for me may not work for you and vice versa. I do not like pen and paper. I just don't. When it comes to my follow-up systems, some people it does work for, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So when somebody orders from my website, I get an email that says somebody ordered off your PWS. Within 24 hours, I text them. I do not email them. I don't Facebook message them. I text them. I say something like this. Hey girl, I just wanted to thank you so much for your order. I saw that you ordered Winterberry apple tea, and I love that scent. I'll let you know when your order ships, and keep a lookout for an email from Scentsy when your order ships. This way, they know I'm acknowledging them. I'm thanking them. And at the end of the day, you guys, you don't have to mail out a million things to your customers. You don't. You don't have to do extraordinary things. You have to say thank you. People are attracted to graciousness and thankfulness and gratitude when you say thank you. So when somebody orders from my PWS, that's what I do. When I close parties or whatever, when it ships, I message them and say, I just want to let you know that your order shipped. It's going to be here this day. I'm so excited for you to get your product. And then after I deliver their order, a week later, I messaged them and I said, I just wanted to make sure you loved your order. I wanted to make sure your bulbs were working, that everything was working, that you loved your scents. They're not going to come to you if their bulb's broken. Most of them won't. They'll just go buy a new bulb. It's your job as the consultant to give them a great buying experience. So a week after they get their order, I check in with them. And then a month later, sorry, I don't know who was just calling me. Somebody was calling me. I build relationships. So I don't follow up to get an order. Hear me. I hear people say all the time, I don't have a follow-up system because I don't want to bother people. That's not what a follow-up system's for. A follow-up system is to continue to build a relationship with people so that they will come to you, and when they hear your name, they think Scentsy Girl, and they're not just a customer to you, they're a person. And I'm not going to use her name, but I have a customer I have never met in person up until probably a week ago. I've never met her, ever. In person, she ordered through a party. I text her to keep following up with her. I added on Facebook. I saw that she moved. I know we have very similarities with health problems. She has PCOS and I have PCOS, so we kind of relate on that. And we've been texting back and forth, and she was asking me questions about PCOS symptoms and everything. But that relationship that me and her have wouldn't have happened had I not texted her. Had I not texted her to thank her for her initial order, keeping in contact with her, commenting on her Facebook stuff, and building that relationship. You're in a relationship building business. I can say this confidently that 90% of the people that I sponsored, they started out as a customer that I took care of. They started out as a customer that I followed up with and I built that relationship with. And they either hosted with me because I asked them if they wanted to get some free stuff, or they ended up joining to get paid off of their own purchases. There's power in that. So I want you to think right now, be honest with yourself, do you have a follow-up system? And if you say, yes, I write them down on a sheet of paper, that's not a follow-up system. How do you follow up? How do you know when to follow up? Who do you know who to follow up with? There's a couple different ways that you can do this. There is a file in our Files tab that is a printable follow-up sheet that you can write your people's names down. I love the Amy app. That's me. That works for me. It's AMI. So with Amy, you'll download it through your app store. You can do the trial and see if it even works for you. I don't like technology, so I don't know why I love Amy so much, but I love it because it syncs with my workstation. It has everybody's orders in there, so it tells me what every person ordered last, and it prompts me, gives me prompts at 8 o'clock every morning on who to follow up with. And you can set your template. Mine is 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months. That's when I get my follow-ups. Do what works for you. But if you don't have a follow-up system, I don't want you to say, I don't have enough customers to have a follow-up system. Your customers, your customer base will grow if you start that foundation off strong. And so many people, including myself, skipped that foundational thing of follow-ups. They skipped it and moved right on. I just want PRV, I want PRV, I want PRV. And PRV is great, but I see this all the time. I see people have $2,000-$3,000 months, and then the next month they're barely active. And then 4 months later, they'll have high PRV again, and then they're barely active. And that's because you're not taking care of the people that are buying from you. You're not following up with them. You're not taking care of them, and you're not building relationships with them. You're not going to remember who ordered from you. If you're brand new, you're not going to remember. You're not going to remember. I'm telling you, you're not going to. So, I want you to think what works for your brain. What works for some people. Me and Ray talked about this morning. She does an Excel spreadsheet. That would drive me nuts. I don't do well with technology. I just don't, you guys. I just don't. I just struggle so much with technology. But I love the Amy app because it's easy. I don't have to think about it. And the thing is, you're going to hear this a lot. The gold is in the follow-up. The gold is in the follow-up. Every sample I mail out, every cent of the month, every thank you mail, I follow up with. Because the gold is going to follow up. And hear me, people don't wake up and say, oh, I need some fall scents. Oh, I need a new bulb. You know what most people do? And I can say this. And if you're a mom, you know. The last thing, unless you're a Scentsy consultant, that you think about is wax. Or your bulb died. What if your bulb, you have a customer, their bulb blew at like 8 o'clock in the morning, but they have to go to work. You think they're going to remember to message you about that bulb? They're not. They're not. Because their kids got baseball, and they get off work, they got to cook dinner, they got to do homework. They're not going to remember. It's your job as a consultant, and your job being in customer service, because this is a customer service-based business, is to build that relationship, checking in on them, not just for an order. Very rarely do I follow up for an order. I follow up and say, hey, Karen, I saw that your baby just started school. She is so cute. Or I had a customer today. She posted a picture of her daughter. Your child is so cute. She's getting so big. Building relationships. This is a relationship business. And too often I say this, and it might be overstepping. Social media is great. It's wonderful. It's a free platform. But there is nothing like a personal touch or a personal text. Just like, I love people. I do. I love people. But if my mom posted on my Facebook, happy birthday, and she didn't text me, I'm going to be feeling some type of way. Okay? Because it's my mom. If something happened in my life, something's going on in my life, and my best friend posted it on Facebook, and I didn't see it, you see, it's losing the personal connection, personal touch. Social media is a great platform to advertise your business, to stay relevant, all of those things, yes. But there is nothing like a personal touch. There is nothing like a handwritten note, and there is nothing like a voice message or a text that says, thank you for your order. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for all of your support. There's nothing like that personal touch. There's nothing like it. And y'all, believe it or not, I'm naturally introverted. I love people. I just don't want to be around them. I know that sounds bad. I love people. I just don't want to be around them. But I love people. And whether it be a customer or a teammate or a potential teammate, I want every person that comes in contact with me to leave better than when they came. So this business is a vessel to touch other people's life and to make an impact in somebody else's life. This business can be that vessel that does that. To shine light, to mail a sample. I went and got a massage yesterday because my back is jacked up. And I left a scent circle that had a note that said, thank you for always making me feel like $1 million when I leave here. It meant the world to her. And it costed me nothing. I used Host Rewards on it. So, use this business to be a light, to shine a light, to make a difference. If you are just starting out, or maybe you've been a consultant for a while and you're a seasoned consultant and your business isn't shifting and it's not growing, I want you to ask yourself this question today. And I want you to put it in the comments of this video. That way I know who watched it. Do you have a follow-up system? Do you have a follow-up system to work your business? And I want you to be very honest with yourself. Don't say, yeah, I write it on a sheet of paper with the order. Or I look at my orders history and see who ordered and all that good stuff. Because I know some of y'all don't even check your emails. So how you know people order on your website? Some of y'all don't even check your emails. Mic drop. Say what you want. But there's a couple people that messaged me last week asking me when was the Jack Warmer releasing. And if y'all would have checked your Monday tip email, you would have saw that it came out on the 1st because I send y'all an email every Monday. So I know if you're not checking your emails, you don't know who ordered off your PWS. And some of you guys say, oh, well, I check my orders history, but you don't even check your news tab, boo. You don't even check your news tab. So you be telling me you check your order history? Take care of your customers. Your customers are the heart and soul of your business. Heart and soul of your business. And if you're, Holly, that's a good point. If you're telling yourself right now, I think I do, then you don't. You should be very confident in the system that you're using for follow-ups. Because here's the thing with follow-ups, you guys. I mean, I saw Mallory up here. Here's the thing about follow-ups. Follow-ups is where you're going to get your host from to book parties. That's where your next recruit's going to come from. Following up and building a relationship. Following up with people. When I do my follow-ups, I also book parties and I have sponsoring conversations. That's how my follow-up system. In my Maven app, when I follow up with people, I had a Scentsy Club person I followed up with this morning. She's like, girl, I just need to add all these fall scents because I love them all and I just need them all. I'm going to add them all to my Scentsy Club. And I said, no, honey. What we're going to do is I'm going to bring you a bag and you work at a hospital and you're going to take it to work and you're going to get some free stuff. And I booked a party that way. I had a girl last week. I followed up with her. She goes, Katie, I'm just spending so much money on this stuff. It's ridiculous. I added up everything that she has bought from me in the last year, times it by 25% because she would have been a certified consultant, and told her how much she would have made off of her purchases. A follow-up system is going to kill two birds with one stone. That's how you can book parties. That's how you can have sponsoring conversations. That's how you can build a relationships. And without a follow-up system, you have nothing. You have nothing. So it doesn't matter if you have a $5,000 PRV month. Because in 6 months, if you don't take care of them, they're not going to come back to you. Once people, I shouldn't even say this, but I'm going to say it. If y'all ever go to Applebee's in Roanoke Rapids, it's like a 75% chance you're going to have a crappy experience. Hello? If you're from the Roanoke Rapids area, raise your hands because y'all know it's true. Every time I just want some boneless wings, and I'm like, James, we should go to Applebee's. He goes, we ain't going to Applebee's because last time we went, that waitress had an attitude. We're not going there. Last time we went, we waited forever and we ruined their day. And we never go. Because we had a couple bad experiences, we never go back. And now we just classify every Applebee's as a crappy Applebee's because we've had bad experience. We don't want to go back. It's the same thing with your business. If you are taking care of your people, and I'll say this confidently, most of my customers are referrals. Is that what it is? Tyson Nuggets. Don't ruin my boneless chicken. Most of my customers are referrals. Most of my customers are referrals. I have a customer in New York that's my best customer in the world and never met this girl from Adam. Somebody referred her to me. I texted her and said thank you, and now like we're best friends. We just goof off through text and talk junk about our husbands through text. About Christmas, putting our Christmas trees up. Nobody wants to call me today, sorry. That's how you build a relationship. When you book bag parties, telling your host to make sure that the people that order fill out that top part so you get their number and you get their email address. I'll tell you, I'm going to say, because I saw Mallory up here. Mallory and Alicia are two of the last people that I sponsored. You know how I sponsored them? I had 2 kits up for grabs, 2 Erna kits, because I was closing 2 parties. I sent an email to my customers and said, I want to bless somebody with this business. Do you know anybody that would like to make 3 paychecks before Christmas and could get paid off of their own purchases? If you do, please text me. Both of them text me. Had I not gotten their info, I wouldn't have been able to email them and take care of them and follow up with them. That wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have sponsored those 2 amazing humans because I didn't have a follow-up system and I didn't take care of them like I should have. But because I had a relationship with them and built that relationship, they trusted me to start their own Scentsy journey. So I said all that to say this. If you cannot confidently say to yourself, yes, I have a follow-up system and I'm consistent. Because here's the thing, if you do have a follow-up system but you're not consistent, then it's not working for you. And I want you to be honest with yourself because it is okay to change. That's the glorious thing about this business, y'all. You can change what's not working. I tried the paper follow-up system and I hated it. It's like a freaking nightmare. I have bad handwriting. Those of y'all that get cards from me, y'all know my handwriting is jacked up. I don't like to write. It wasn't working for me. So I had to say to myself, Katie, what will you do consistently that you won't dread? For me, that's the Amy app. For me, that's printing my Scent of the Month labels when I mail them out and following up that way. Whatever that looks like for you, I want you to sit down in the next couple days and I want you to get a follow-up system in place. I promise you this. If you get a solid follow-up system in place, and you consistently work that follow-up system, you will grow your customer base. You will book parties and you will sponsor. That system alone, that's the bones of your business. That is the heart of your business, is your follow-up system. And I don't care if you make 500 beautiful samples. It doesn't matter if you're not following up. It doesn't matter if you're not taking care of your customers. It doesn't matter. You're wasting your time. Do not waste time on the pretty things and the fun things and forget the most important part. People. People. In every aspect of life and of this business, it comes down to people. It comes down to taking care of people, taking care of your customers. If you're a lead consultant or above and you've sponsored, taking care of your team. It comes down to people. People. Take care of people and people will build your business. Take care of your customers and they'll party with you and they'll refer you. But that starts with a follow-up system. So if you don't have that in place, my challenge for you in the next couple days, get a system in place. If you don't know where to start, go to YouTube, type in Scentsy Follow-Up Systems. There's many, many out there. There's also a training series in our workstation on the Amy app, AMI. Try it. Try it. Once you get a system in place, I want you to take a picture and I want you to comment in the comments of this video because there's a rhythm to my madness. There might be something in it for you. I want to see it. I want to see it. Y'all, this business isn't a hard one if you focus on the things that matter. Take care of your people. Take care of your customers. That follow-up system will solve a lot of your business problems. I promise you. I love y'all. Have a wonderful Thursday. And know I'm here. I'm cheering for you guys. I love y'all. I pray over you guys in your businesses so much. And I love y'all so much. Love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Bye.